We're going to talk about how to induce seduction through the right conversation. You don't want to miss this. Well, hello and welcome. My name is Arica Angelo, and I am the dating and relationship expert that men have been coming to for almost 13 years. It's a long ass time. Helping you guys become the kind of man that she can't resist, but while not losing yourself or her. And please excuse my beautiful Bali birds as they chirp along through my video. They want to seduce you as well with their chirping. So how do you do this? How do you induce seduction through the right kind of conversation? It's different than what you think, because what matters for you, to you as a man, what works for you as a man is completely different than what works for a woman. So also, if you're new here, make sure that you subscribe. Turn on that notification bell because it's going to let you know, hey, Arica Angelo has another video coming out that's going to change your life. So make sure that you watch that video and watch it through the entirety because she always encourages you at the very end of her videos. Okay, so as a man, like, it would totally turn you on if a woman's like, listen, boy, when I get you back to that apartment, I'm going to do this and I'm going to do that to you. And you're like, oh my God, like, check, please, check, check, check. Let's get out of here. But for a woman, it's different. The way that you can seduce a woman is this way. When you're having conversation with her, ask her insightful questions that get her to open up, because I've said it in my other videos. If you can open up a woman's heart, then you can open up her vagina to you. Why? Because women, like, we have a different approach. We want to be understood. We want to feel a connection with you. Unless we're just going to have very boring, disconnected, meaningless sex with you, we need that seduction dance through conversation. So, man, these birds are loud. They must be really excited about this topic. So asking her very insightful questions about her life, about who she is, like, what are the experiences that she's had that have made her the woman she is today? Why do you want to have that conversation? And what does that have to do with seduction? Because you're essentially saying, look, I want to get to know you. I want to understand you. I want to see if there's an actual legitimate connection between the two of us. And that lets a woman know, hey, this guy actually cares. This guy is way different than the other guys who ask me the same stupid questions every single date. And it's just like a boring checklist. And it's just, there's nothing exciting. There's nothing seductive about his conversation. So when you start asking her insightful questions like this, and you really listen to her, and the way that she knows that you're listening is by the feedback and the responses you give back to her in that conversation. A lot of times men, especially older men or men who have done a lot of work on themselves, are masters at this, are great at having these conversations because, one, they've taken the time to get to know themselves. So they understand the art of seduction, of being able to communicate that with another woman by holding space for her because he's had to do it for his own life. So when you say, wow, that's fascinating, that experience that you had, can you tell me a little bit more? How does that impact your life today? Like what kind of, like, are there mantras that you live from now? Are there these are benchmark moments that like define you now? These kind of this insightful feedback goes, woo, this is a guy, like, there's depth to him. And for a woman, that is very seducing because she gets really tired of the bland old basic guys who come at her with pickup artist BS, who ask her questions and trying to be cool, but she's intuitive and she can feel him shaking on the inside because he's not done any inner work. And so he's really insecure and he's trying to play confident, and really she sees through all that shit. But when a guy is in his body and he's calm and he's asking her those insightful questions, that becomes part of the deep seduction process. So where you want to go from that is by saying, like, listen, I have to be honest with you. I've been staring at you all night. You look so ravishing in that dress, and I cannot keep my eyes off of you. You see where it's like, I'm seeing you, I understand you, where that facilitates the connection where she wants to open up her heart to you, but then you turn it into something sexual by saying, look, you look ravishing to me. I can't keep my eyes off of you. And then saying things like this, it's taking everything inside of me. This really works. This is beautiful. If there's a connection, if she's vibing with you, when you say this, it's taking, if you're at a restaurant, it's taking everything inside of me to stay in my seat right now and not pick you up and take you into my arms and start kissing all over you. It's taking so much restraint. And that lets her know, oh, this is a real man. He's talking about restraint, but he's also expressing his desire for me. So guys, this is the seduction conversation. It's one, getting to know her on a deeper level, that deep level of seduction that most guys have no idea how to do. So you stand out by doing that. But then also interjecting those sexual things of saying like, I want to, you're ravishing, I want to pick you up and I want to kiss all over you. It's that balance. It's that balance, that yin and yang of the conversation of I see you and now I want to take you. It's both. It's bringing both of those. If it's too one-sided of just, I see you, she feels like she's on a date with like Gandhi or Deepak and she doesn't want to have sex with that guy. But if you also bring in, I want to ravish you, it's the both. If you just say the whole time, I just want to ravish you, she's like, this guy doesn't even have a freaking clue about why we're here. Why didn't you just say I'm picking you up for sex? You get what I'm saying? It needs both. And that is the art of seduction. So listen, if you're new here, make sure if you've never worked with me, click the link in the comment section below. It says work with me. Fill out that application. I would love to be able to support you in your journey so that you can become that emotional warrior. You can become that master with women, that women actually really enjoy being in your presence. They want to stay in your presence. So make sure that you fill out that application. Listen, guys, this is a dance. So make sure that when you're talking to her, that you do both, that you're not so heavy on one, but that you bring both into the seductive conversation. And in the comment section below, tell me, where do you see that you're either too strong or do you see yourself doing both? You're like, I'm actually doing both. I would love to know where you're at in your journey with women. Tell me in the comment section below. Listen, guys, you have what it takes. And in this moment, you are so deeply loved. And also in this moment, I am sweating my guts out because it's Bali and it is getting hot up in here. I will see you guys in my next video. You take care.